Hi everybody. Let's talk about batteries for solar system. There's a lot of people asking me about this. I bought my batteries at Alibaba, and the salesperson is maybe I'll find it here. No. I have a look and see if I can find it. Doesn't mean that she is the best one ever, huh? But this is the okay. Her name is Amy Peng, and looks like she's with Szechuan something. Shenzhen Qingshong Technology Limited. And it was easy to talk to her. She gave me quickly a price, and I said I don't want to be hassled with custom and import here to the Philippines, so I like to have a price for the shipping, which includes everything. So I just, and preferably deliver to my door. But they said they cannot do that, they can only deliver to the warehouse in Manila. So I said okay to that, and we agreed on the price. Just a minute, let's check. Alright, I found the price. The battery cells, that is a EVE MB31 314 amp. The price each is $64. And for the BMS, that is a JK BMS, which have the name of PB2A16S20P, and that one was $110 the price. And then she said that shipping cost to Philippines, including custom and all the fees, is $357. But I could have bought a lot more for the same price, but shipping price, but I don't need any more. So yeah, and that I think is includes then 1,500 and yeah, 1,500 US dollar for the batteries. And it went well. She said about 25 days of shipping, and it came a bit earlier than that. Only issue is that they didn't really update it, that they shipped the batteries. So after like 2.5 weeks, I said, what's happening to my order? And they said, oh, sorry, we didn't update the Alibaba. But there's no major issues. So yeah, I can recommend them. There's no problem. And now I scanned all my batteries. There's a QR code on the batteries, probably know, huh? This one, the small one. All batteries have that, and there are some that is fake, and some is not. So the best way is to scan. So the cheap, tricky one, they have fake barcodes. And then there's an app called LifePo QR Battery QR Code Scanner. This one. So this, I scanned then all of my batteries. I'll let you have a look. And this is then the information. So I scanned all batteries and saved them for later. This is actually a good scanner. Then you have all the information about the batteries. So if there's a deviation between the cells later, I can go back and see if it's the same production or, yeah. And the battery cells looks like this. QR code. This is my number, huh? And then here on the side is, you see the specification. And these cells are tested to, also it's rated 314 amps, but this off-grid garage again on YouTube. There's a German guy in Australia, which I recommend if you're interested in solar. He's really good. He tested them and they were like 330 amps. So yeah. So that's my batteries. And bus bars and nuts is included in the batteries. And also this, I don't know what you call it, plastic sheet, which you have between the batteries. But I bought this extra, it's like a thin foam. So I'm gonna have a foam and I'm gonna have the plastic together between each of the cells, and then I'm gonna compress it. And then this is a loose battery cell, so we need to make a home for them. So what I did is that this is a normal angle bar. I welded it together. And I should try to show you that here. It's like, so there's a row here and there. So the one cell fits in there, and there's another there which the cells fit. So there are 8 cells in a row. And I have a little bit spacing here because I need the old thread, the bolt for the compression. I'm going to show you later how I do it. So this is the battery case. It's quite simple, but I would say it is working. And I'll just hang the BMS here on the end. We're going to talk a bit more about the BMS later. The battery is rated, like I said, 314 amps. It's going to be 48 volt. And then you can do the math with, I think it should be around 16,000 kilowatt hours, maybe up to 17, depends on how you, but let's say 16,000 kilowatt hours I should get out of this battery pack. And that should hopefully last me through the day. And I wanted to balance the batteries before I started connecting the inverter and things. But the batteries straight from the factory, they are perfectly balanced. Everybody is the same. I don't remember exactly now, but I think it was 2.96 or something, really equal. So there's no problem with the balancing. So I thought I actually want to charge them up before I use them the first time, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave them like they are. They're about 65% capacity. So I will connect everything, set up the BMS, and have them to be charged from the grid, now from the solar panels. I'm kind of excited to start up this system, and I hope to do it in a couple of days. I'm just waiting for some solar connectors. I had some, but they were really cheap, so I don't like to use them. So I need to wait a couple of days more for that, but I can finish all the connections there. Yeah, so that is the battery cells. And for me, I like to buy loose cell, and I like to have the BMS. I have much more control because if you buy like a case with batteries, the BMS is probably a lot more simple, and normally don't have any active BMS. Active balancer. So that means the only way to balance them is to really top charge them. So yeah. Okay, that's it for now. So here is my battery compression tool. It's angle bar 20 millimeter plywood, and then 6 old threads, and I'm just gonna tighten the nuts together to hold them together. Just gonna get them over them here, so it's gonna stay. Now I put compression pack on, shall we say that? See, 2 old thread, same 2 down in the middle and 2 down on the back side. And I tighten the nuts, and I try to tighten it so they are even up. And I can still move the cells a little bit. They are, of course, they are a bit tighter, but I think I don't like to tighten anymore. I think this is good because I'm afraid to tighten too much. So yeah, so this is my compression pack. So I work a little bit on this one, and then I put the bus bars. So this is my final setup. Actually, well, no, I put it, okay, 4 temperature sensors, and yeah, this one is I need to change. But otherwise, it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna tighten the bolts at 4 Newton meters. I think they say should be the right one. And then the BMS is lighting up, working, and then I have it here on my app here as well. So now you can see the 52.7 volt total. There's a deviation of 0.3 millivolt, that is nothing. Yeah? And then you have all the different cells. So you see there are 3293 up to 3295 at maximum. So, and this is from the factory, so they are super balanced already. So yeah, I'm kind of ready to. I just need to get some cables, and then we should be ready to go. And I had. I should use a 50, so this is an 8 kilowatt inverter, so I should use 50 or 70 square millimeter cable. Here I got 50. This is a magnet, comes with the inverter. And then I have a 250 amp fuse, but it's just for shut off actually. That's what I'm gonna use it for. And from here I use 225. Maybe it's not really ideal, but the problem is that down here there are M6 screws, and also there at the batteries is M6. So if I buy, or I use the lugs for the 50 square millimeter, they are M10 holes, and that means there will be a lot of space which does not conduct any electricity. So that's why I went for the thinner cable, which at least I get in M8. So they are a bit better. Yep. So now I'm putting in the bus bars and the balancing cables, and I'm trying to make it a bit nice here. And there's a temperature sensor for also the 4 sensors. So I take this at one of the batteries. Yeah, and then we'll continue.